Off the cold coast of Australia, a giant whale became trapped in hundreds of feet of fishing rope. Every movement tightened the ropes around her body. Every struggle brought her closer to death. But instead of swimming away from humans, she did something nobody expected. She waited. The whale was powerful enough to crush a boat with a single movement. Yet when help finally arrived, she remained strangely calm. As if she understood that the people approaching her were not there to harm her. What happened next would leave experienced fishermen speechless and remind the world that trust can exist even between completely different species. The ocean near the coast of New South Wales was calm that morning. 48-year-old fisherman Michael Turner had spent most of his life at sea. He knew the ocean could be beautiful. He also knew it could be cruel. That day seemed ordinary. The sun had just begun to rise when Michael noticed something unusual in the distance. A massive humpback whale was barely moving. At first, he thought the animal was resting. But as his boat moved closer, he realized something was terribly wrong. Thick fishing ropes were wrapped around the whale's tail, fins, and body. Some had cut deep into her skin. Every attempt to swim only made the entanglement worse. The giant animal was exhausted. Michael immediately radioed for help. Within an hour, a small rescue team arrived. Everyone knew the danger. A frightened whale could easily overturn a boat. One powerful strike from its tail could seriously injure someone. Still, nobody wanted to leave the animal suffering. As the rescuers approached, something unexpected happened. The whale stopped struggling. She floated quietly beside the boat. The men looked at one another in disbelief. It almost seemed as though she understood they were trying to help. Slowly and carefully, the rescuers began cutting the ropes. The work was difficult. Some ropes had tightened around her body for days. Others were tangled beneath the surface. Hours passed. The sun climbed higher into the sky. Sweat covered the rescuers' faces. Several times, they considered stopping because of the danger. But each time they looked into the whale's eye, they continued. There was fear there. But there was also something else. Trust. Michael would later say it was the most unforgettable moment of his life. The whale never tried to attack. She never tried to flee. She simply stayed close while the humans worked to save her. Little by little, the ropes began to fall away. One rope. Then another. Then another. Finally, after hours of effort, only a single rope remained around her tail. The rescuers carefully cut through it. For a moment, everything became silent. The whale was free. The enormous animal slowly moved through the water. The men cheered. Some even wiped tears from their eyes. They expected the whale to disappear immediately into the deep ocean. But she didn't. Instead, she remained near the boat. She surfaced beside them. Then she gently circled around the rescuers. Once. Twice. 3 times. Almost as if she was saying thank you. Nobody spoke. The moment felt too powerful for words. Then the whale did something Michael would never forget. She lifted her massive tail above the water and held it there for several seconds. The sunlight reflected from the droplets falling from her skin. It looked like a farewell. A final gesture before returning home. Then she slowly disappeared beneath the waves. Long after the whale disappeared beneath the waves, the rescuers remained silent. They knew they had freed a whale that day, but deep inside, each of them felt that something within their own hearts had been freed as well. For a long time, the men simply sat in silence. The ocean looked exactly the same as it had that morning. Yet something inside them had changed. Michael spent years making a living from the sea. But that day taught him a lesson he never expected. Compassion is not limited by language. Kindness does not require words. And trust can appear in the most unlikely places. Whenever people later asked him why he risked his life for an animal he had never met, Michael always gave the same answer. Because suffering is suffering. It doesn't matter whether it belongs to a person or a whale. Years later, he still remembered her eyes. Not because they belonged to one of the largest creatures on Earth, but because they reminded him that every living being wants the same thing when facing fear. A chance to survive. A chance to be free. And sometimes, all it takes is one act of kindness to make that possible. Kindness becomes most powerful when we offer it to those who can never repay us. Compassion has no language, no species, and no boundaries. Even the smallest act of mercy can change a life forever. If you saw a helpless animal in danger and helping it meant risking your own safety, would you have the courage to do the same?